Alright, so today I'm gonna show you how you can two-turn the final boss trio against the demonic brothers Meliodas, Zeldris and Estarossa, or as it says here, 3 powerful brothers. And we're gonna use this team actually, and with this team I'm able to two-turn it 85% of the time. So I actually did 20 runs and only 3 of them failed, and it was due to like the same exact card draw. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this team. This is the gear I have on them. So attack crit on Brunhild, attack crit on Kizuna, HP crit on Philo. Attack crit would have been better though for this. I only run HP crit because that's the only gear I have up for her. But then again, it really doesn't matter for this particular setup, because if I get a Philo card, it's a guaranteed like 2 turn. If not, then it doesn't really matter. Otherwise, like run attack crit. I'm only running HP crit just because when I built her out, her team actually required her to actually go first to sort of one-shot the enemy team. And because I have her 6/6, I'm running HP crit just so that I can ensure that I have more CC so I can go first, you know. And of course the backline unit doesn't matter what gear you have on him, as you can see. It's just Death Pierce. We're only using him for his passive, which is decreases all enemies crit resistance and crit defense by 30%. So not only will you be able to crit them more, but you will do more damage when you actually crit them. Brunhild, of course, because she's gonna apply 2 debuffs with her passive, which is gonna decrease all the enemies attack related stats and defense by 15%. These defense related stats are quite nice because that's gonna reduce like their crit resistance, crit defense as well as like regular defense. You'll be doing more damage to them. She also has this very nice weak point AoE card that's gonna come in handy. Now Kizuna, of course, for her passive and her holy relic, so whenever she like ranks up a card, she's gonna give us 30% attack related stats. Whenever she attacks, she with her passive is going to rank up her cards, so that's sort of the synergy between those 2 cards. And we're also gonna use her blue card turn 1 just to give us like 20% basic stat increase, so that's gonna be 20% more attack. And then of course Philo, whose passive basically makes it so that we're gonna ignore 8% crit resistance and 8% crit defense for every debuff applied to an enemy. And this like works for all our allies. Her holy relic also increases her attack related stats by 3% for every debuff applied on all enemies, and this includes like crit chance, crit damage, pierce rate as well as attack. So very good there. And she also has a weak point AoE card. That is what we're gonna do. I am actually placing them in this order with Brunhild on the left hand side, Kizuna and Philo on the right hand side. I'm pretty sure this doesn't matter because this was sort of the order I placed them in when I was doing a run with Kyo, where I didn't actually want Kyo's cards, but that run turned out to be like a 56-58% 2-turn rate, so this is a lot better. And we're also running crit food, and the cards that I have is the cards which increases Ragnarok allies stats by 2.5% for every debuff applied on all enemies. It's only level 4, maybe I can level her up even further to like increase my chance of actually two-turning it, because one of the faults is that Brunhild doesn't do enough damage. If I get like 2 Kizuna cards and a Brunhild card, then Brunhild won't kill unless she actually does 2 crits, I believe. So I don't know why I went into the friends tab, but here we are. Artifact cards, and we need to scroll down until we find that card set. There it is. We can enhance it, so yeah, I'm just gonna enhance it. Why not? That's an extra 0.5% for every debuff, so up to an additional 3% attack. With every little percentage helps. If you can like hammer out your gear, I most definitely do that. But I'm just gonna show you the run, and this is like a on paper in 20 runs, and 20 runs isn't that big of like a sample size, but it's still an 85% win rate. It could be more, we'll just have to see. So here I actually got an extra Kizuna card that's really nice. What I'd like to do is I like to use this card right here, then I like to buff up with her, and then that. I want to leave like the left hand side units card free here, so that there's like a 1 in 6 chance that it merges into that card, and then you can sort of get an extra chance of actually getting a good card, you know. But then again, it doesn't matter. Like if you have Philo on this side, that could also work, because you're not really gonna use Philo single target card either. But here we got a Philo card, so this is an automatic win. Like 1 Brunhild card and 1 Philo card will actually kill. I do have green Sariel on my Kizuna, so I'm gonna use her card just to apply another debuff, and then we're gonna use a Brunhild card, and then we're gonna use a Philo card, and this should also kill. So this run turned into a 2-turn run. We're gonna keep running it a little bit and just see. Brunhild didn't crit Meliodas. Meliodas has so much crit resistance. It's so crazy, but with this team, like, you shouldn't really have a problem with it. But again, if you get super unlucky with like the card draws, and like the only card draw you have is like an extra Philo card and everything else is like single target cards and the buff card, then perhaps like having Philo with attack crit might actually kill the Meliodas. Like if she does 20% extra damage, like if we happen to chance upon that sort of hand, and I'm gonna use this card right here as well just to free up this card. So if you happen to chance upon a hand like that, I'll see if like the damage I did was like 80% of Meliodas' health or whatever, like if he has 20% health left. But yeah, as you can see, I'm doing only 1,000,000 damage. With some other team comps and with attack food and stuff like that, Philo does 1.4 million easily there. Here we actually got this card right here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buff up. That's gonna apply another like set of debuffs because of the Zarya link, and then we do this. So the Zarya link, I'm only using that just so that Philo, as you can see, Brunhild didn't crit melee there. When she actually crits him, she does like half of his health, so 2 Brunhild cards can actually kill the melee if she crits like at least once or maybe even twice. I think at least once when Kizuna also attacks, I think. I could be wrong on that. But there are times when you actually won't 2-turn this. And we're just gonna have to see. And with this team, like, this isn't an AFK team. I don't think you can AFK this. Now we got a really bad card draw here. We got 2 signatory cards that we're not gonna use. But we're still gonna do this. We're gonna buff up and then we're gonna use a Philo card and then we just hope. Now this could turn into a 3-turn run, maybe. I mean, we'll see. Usually with these like scuffed runs, I still happen to kill like Zeldris on phase 2, so he won't attack Zelos, that won't be a problem, and it will always then be a 3-turn run, you know. So what I'm gonna do here is I actually have to get like 2 Brunhild crits. That is actually something that needs to happen. And I'm not sure, so let's just see here. Her Holy Relic is going to increase her attack by 20% when debuffed. Estarossa's commandment is going to decrease attack-related stats by 20%. Now, that is much worse than like what she gets from having a debuff up. Like, yeah, it negates like the attack decrease, but she's gonna have a like crit chance and crit damage reduced as well, and we don't really want that. So I want to attack with her first. Unfortunately, we don't have a Kizuna card that is going to upgrade, so like it doesn't really matter what sort of way I attack, but I still think I'm gonna attack with, or buff up with Kizuna first. I think that's what I'll do, just to apply the extra sort of debuffs to the enemies and have Philo's passive give us an additional like, or decrease the enemies crit resistance and crit defense by an additional 8%. Perhaps we will crit like twice then. Let's just see if we crit on the first one, and you will see like she does 50% of Melly's HP. There we go, almost 50%. Yeah, she misses the crits. It is a 3-turn run, unfortunately, but that is to be expected. Every once in a while you're gonna get a 3-turn run. So this isn't a guaranteed sort of 4-turn run or whatever. I'm just gonna eat the attacks, it doesn't matter. We'll just kill him like this. I could have gone with a Brunhild attack and it would have killed, but let's just see if we can get... Oh my god. Yeah, he's healing back so much. Alright, it was a infinite turn run, whatever. I'm just messing around. Look, I got so many of these, like I don't even have to do this ever again. I actually found out there's actually missions, or the achievements for actually completing, like every 100 of these runs, you get an achievement, so you can get a lot of achievement points if you're just running this. Here we got a scuffed run again, and we're just gonna do the same and hope to get like some kind of other cards that we can like, so that I can at least show you some different like combinations of cards that actually work with this team. So as you can see, this sort of always works, like this 1-turn thingy here. Alright, we got a Philo card, we got a Kizuna card. This is an easy 1-turn. I mean, what I could do is I could just do this just to show you that these 2 cards work even if you don't have a Kizuna card. So, because if I use Kizuna, I'm gonna apply another debuff that's gonna reduce their crit resistance and crit defense. We are gonna do more damage to them and have a greater chance of actually critting, but I still think this might be enough. And we'll just try to finish it off with Kizuna in case someone survives. But there you go, Melly got 50% of his HP. And then Kizuna, or Philo comes in and just wipes, so it's not really a problem. As you can see, if you get a Philo card, that's an instant win every single time. It doesn't matter like what other cards you have, because you will always have a Brunhild AoE card. I will just do one more run and that's gonna be it for the video. I don't want this to drag on for too long. We did get an extra Kizuna card, and I will always use the left hand side one because it will rank up, and that will make it so that I don't have like the potential to actually merge into some other card. Now, an extra Kizuna card is nice because if I happen to get like a Brunhild card, then I can use a Brunhild card and a Kizuna AoE and then another Brunhild card, and that should most of the time actually kill. The only times it doesn't kill is if I get like 2 Kizuna cards and a Brunhild card, then it might not kill. Of course, I can show you that right here, but I did get a Philo card, so that is a 2-turn. But I guess I'll just show you. Like, if I'm really unlucky, this won't kill. And I do believe this, like attacking with a bronze card and then a silver card is better, because this one gives 250% damage of attack in Pierce, and this one gives 100, that's 350%. If I attack in the other order, I'll have like 2, which is like total of 300%. So actually attacking in this order is better. And then we'll do a Brunhild card just to sort of see if I'm able to like 2-turn it here. Yeah, I don't think so. Nah. The melee survives. Like, his crit resistance is just way too high. But like, it turns into a 3-turn one. But as you saw, like the card draw lock, I still would have done it in 2 turns, right? So there is that. And like 85% of the time, you will do it in 2 turns with this team. I just keep doing some runs for myself just to test it out. But there we got 2 actually Brunhild cards. I'll see if I can't get a Kizuna card this turn as well, and I'll just clip it in. Because these runs go, they're quite fast. But if I happen to get like another Kizuna card, then I could like see, or I can show you that 2 Brunhild cards and a Kizuna card does actually kill. Because a Philo card most definitely kills, even with like a Brunhild and a Philo card. 2 Brunhild cards and a Philo card will definitely kill. Alright, here we actually got the Kizuna card. So if I do this, this, and this, that should kill. If I get crits. So I actually do need to get 2 crits with Brunhild, I believe, so... Alright, there we go. So, as you can see that, and with like the crit food and the Death Pierce in the back, like she probably will crit about 50% of the time. She does like an attack that hits twice, right? So if one of those hits crits every time, or if both crit one time, I guess, and that will be enough damage like to turn this. So, but yeah, I guess that's it for the video. Hope you found the video helpful or useful and whatever. This is just to sort of help you farm out these tokens as fast as possible, right? So you can clear out the shop much easier. Like, you can farm it out for 1 day and you'll have like enough thingies to actually clear out the shop every single day. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I guess I catch you in the next one. Bye.